Hi Cardano community, I am Bullish Dumpling, the stake pool operator of Fika Pool. I'm here to proudly present you my Catalyst project and its achievements so far. My project is called Cardano China Info Hub. From Fund 4, my mission is to build a Cardano Chinese-speaking community. To achieve this, I create high-quality Cardano videos in Chinese language. I also bridge the communications gap between the international and the Chinese-speaking communities. I also grow and manage an active Telegram chat group. So far, I have exceeded my project's initial KPIs by 20 times. The Telegram group that I'm growing has about 700 members, with a great range of demographics. From academic researchers to experienced developers, from physicists to finance professionals, and from renewable energy specialist to high school student. It is a truly diversified Chinese-speaking community. This community is inheriting Cardano spirits. It's decentralized, it's inclusive, it's rational, it's positive, and it's forward-thinking. No matter what cultural, religious, political, ideological background people come from, when it comes to Cardano, we all share the same ideal, that the future will be decentralized. So, I want to give a very special and well-deserved shout-out to my Chinese subscribers, delegators, to the Chinese investors and developers. 你好，谢谢你们. And finally, a huge thank you to the entire Cardano community. Thank you for your support and trust. And thank you for believing me in my mission. Let's grow Cardano together.
Hello, my name is Nick Nikiforakis. I'm a proposer in Catalyst Fund 6. The title of my proposal is Automated Phishing and Scam Detection for the Cardano Ecosystem, and we're part of the Cardano Emerging Threat Alarm Challenge. Our tool is already live as a proof of concept. You can find its front end on Twitter at Cardano Phishing, and you can find more information about me at Nick Nikiforakis, also on Twitter. So social engineering refers to the set of attacks where attackers convince users to behave insecurely and perform actions that are against their best interests. And this is an evolution online because drive-by attacks have become quite difficult. Browsers are quite more secure today than they used to be 20 years ago. So it's easier for an attacker to convince the user to download something, accept something, run something, as opposed to try to exploit vulnerability in their browser. And so attackers are using various psychological tricks, such as urgency, appeal to authority, fear of missing out, desire to help, to get users to behave insecurely. And we all know the classic social engineering attacks, such as phishing, technical support scams, and potentially downloading fake plugins to play movies that you find on arbitrary websites. In the cryptocurrency space, the most recent social engineering attack is that of giveaway scams. And the recipe for these attacks is quite simple. Attackers set up a web page advertising some sort of giveaway or lottery event. They instruct users to send a large amount of ADA to a specific address, and then presumably this will be sent back to them doubled or tripled. And the attacker then just needs to drive traffic to his website through streaming sites and social media and make money off of the fraction of users that will fall for this scam. And unfortunately, due to the low cost of hosting a website and buying a domain name, it's very, very easy for an attacker to break even. And we all know that the amount of money lost is much, much more than just breaking even for attackers. So here you can see an example of two videos on YouTube that are actually playing at the same time live. They're using the same template effectively, but they're sending users to different sites, different domain names. And once users go there, trying to know more about that giveaway, they will encounter a website that's quite professionally made, looks very clean, and encourages them to send money to participate in this giveaway event. And we all know how this ends. So what we can do to protect users in the community is we can try to educate them, and we can try to protect them with technology, right? And in the education space, effectively, we have to keep warning users through regular PSAs and podcasts and YouTube videos and blog posts and social media. And we have to keep doing it because we're onboarding users every single day. And so doing it once is not enough since the user base is constantly growing. On the technology front, we can try to build tools that will identify abusive domains and web servers and wallet addresses as fast as possible. We can try to initiate takedowns to protect users, even if they try to go to these websites. We can add malicious domain names to existing browser block lists, such as Google Safe Browsing. And we can also try to create cryptocurrency-specific block lists, for example, for wallet addresses, and then give these to online exchanges and wallet software. So this is the focus of our proposal. As I mentioned earlier, our tool is already up and running as a proof of concept since July. We're on Twitter. We have tweeted 582 times, which corresponds to 582 domains that are all Cardano scams. We have over 240 followers, all of which were organically, all of these organically decided to follow our accounts. And we've been instrumental in more than 20 takedowns by Namecheap and Hostigear, which are two companies that do not want to be hosting giveaway scams on their networks. So we have a lot of work left to do. For example, we want to expand the source of suspicious domain names from DNS zone files, include certificate transparency logs, create custom YouTube scrapers to find these scammy videos and the sites that they point to. We want to modularize our tool and add worldwide proxies so that we can stop evasions, so that attackers cannot learn the single IP address that we're scanning them from. We want to clean up the way that we're labeling URLs, and our stretch goal is to have supervised machine learning once our corpus of scams is large enough. And finally, we want to expand past our Twitter bot, have our own dedicated website, and then have APIs that can interface with online exchanges and with wallets, and we can warn users as they are about to send money to these scammers. So with that, I want to thank you for your attention. Please consider voting for us in Fund 6. You can find all the technical details of what it is that we want to do on this URL on IdeaScale. You can scan that QR code, it will take you to the same place, and also consider following us on Twitter at Cardano Fishing and at Nick Nikiforakis. Thank you very much for your attention.
Hello, Cardano community. My name is Dmitry Safin, and I'm a CTO of Ikigai Technologies. And I would like to present you our project called Logosphere, which is a layer 2 metadata sidechain for storing off-chain data from your dApps, built with decentralized semantic graph database called Flurry.
Hi, I'm Brian Platts. I'm co-founder, co-CEO of Flurry. Flurry is an open source, zero trust semantic graph database. We believe that the off-chain data related to a dApp should be a strength as opposed to a weak link for the dApp itself. And when we say strength, what we mean is that the off-chain data should have the same level of integrity and trust as all of the on-chain interactions. And we think there's also a real opportunity to support and leverage global interoperable schemas for data related to dApps, like schema.org or the host of already available domain-specific global schemas out there. This can spur third-party marketplaces, search engines, and all kinds of interactivity across the dApp ecosystem and help dApps avoid becoming each mini data silos. And we also think there's an opportunity to actually control data permissions off-chain through on-chain interactions. We call this data defending itself. We look forward to being able to bring all of these capabilities in an integrated and simple way to the Cardano ecosystem.
And this is why we're so excited to do this project together with Flurry for the benefit of the whole Cardano ecosystem. Logosphere is about taking all the great tech that Flurry offers and integrate it with Cardano blockchain. So if you're a DApp developer, you don't have to think how you manage the persistence of your off-chain data, because Logosphere is going to do it for you. We think that it will bring tremendous benefit for the entire Cardano ecosystem as a whole. It will benefit DApp developers who may cut 50 to 70% of their development time, which otherwise would have been spent on crafting their own off-chain data persistence solutions. It will benefit the stake pool operators, especially new SPOs who don't yet produce blocks, who will be able to host Logosphere ledgers and receive incentives for doing so that could offset their infrastructure costs. And last, since Logosphere will be storing data in a format of a global knowledge graph, it will create opportunities for AI and machine learning use cases, such as SingularityNet, to use Logosphere data from the entire Cardano ecosystem and training very robust AI and ML models. If you would like to learn more, please visit the Logosphere project website at https://logosphere.io. Thank you very much for your attention.
Hello, everyone attending the Cardano Summit 2021. Hopefully you're enjoying the event. I'm Jason Barhorst, and I'm here to talk to you a little bit about my Project Catalyst Fund 6 Nuggies education platform. So the problem we're trying to address is the need for more guided education to help onboard programmers into the Cardano ecosystem. And I propose we do that through an education app. Nuggies platform that I'm building is actually an adaptive education platform based on the highly connectedness of the data, and its goal is to provide you with the education you need at the appropriate level for your current skills. And we achieve that through the highly connectedness of the data of the courses. So here we can see just a small sample of some introduction to Haskell and Plutus material, and even with this small number of topics, you can see how interconnected they are. And the goal of my app is to track your progress through the topic you want to learn, and it will only serve you the following more challenging topics as you progress through the course. So it's not a strict linear learning process. This actually will adapt and provide you with what you need to learn when you need to learn it. Additionally, it's going to be a creator platform. After we get the initial courses rolled out with internal creators, we will be opening it up to external creators. For the F6 proposal, we have the following timeline for the first year. In the first 3 months, we want to finish building out the initial Haskell and Plutus courses, as well as fully launch the web, Android, and iOS application. Additionally, we'll start developing that compensation model to help us onboard additional creators for future courses. During the 3 to 6 month period, we're going to continue to improve that developer portal and refine the courses, and we're also going to solidify what the requirements are for certification programs on the courses that have already been created. During the last 6 months of the program, we're going to take those certificate programs and integrate them with blockchain DIDs. Additionally, we're going to continue to improve and further maintain the application. So how we're funding the Nuggies app is through the F6 Cardano Catalyst, and that's going to be under the developer ecosystem portion. We're seeking $72,000. $24,000 of that is to continue backend development and operating expenses. $6,000 of that is for the cloud hosting platform for the various databases and backend and front end that are necessary for this app. We're going to allocate $6,000 towards improving the media and marketing presence of Nuggies. Finally, the bulk of those funds are going to be to go towards funding the front end development of the app. An additional way to fund Nuggies is through the Nuggies or Nugs stake pool. It's currently at 0% and it will never exceed a 3% margin. That's when, as it approaches saturation, it will start getting towards that 3%, but it's currently a 0% fund. And all proceeds from the Nuggies stake pool will go towards further developing the application. So how can you support the Nuggies app? First of all, is just follow Nuggies on Twitter, and that way you get all updates as the courses start rolling out. Secondly, whenever Catalyst voting comes around, be sure to vote yes for the Nuggies education platform under the developer ecosystem. And then finally, if you're looking for a place to stake your ADA and earn rewards, you can do so with the Nug stake pool, and 100% of our proceeds go towards funding future courses and development of the app. Thank you for your time and enjoy the rest of the summit.
Hello everybody, I'm Maarten Menere from M2 Tech. I'm designer of the Paperwallet terminal from Fund 5, which you can see here. This is the shopkeepers facing interface and this is the customer facing interface. You can select some products here like a Paperwallet, and the customer can then pay with, for example, a hardware wallet or QR codes, but you can also pay with cash, of course. This is what I'm trying to create as part of an open hardware platform, and in Fund 6 I'm working on a mini ATM version.
Hi, I'm Peter Van Garderen from the ORCFAX project. We are introducing truly trustworthy oracles to the Cardano blockchain. In the ancient world, oracles delivered messages and knowledge from the gods to the mortals. In the blockchain world, oracles deliver information about the real world to on-chain smart contracts. For example, a change in the Bitcoin to ADA price may trigger a limit order in a DeFi contract. The final score in a soccer match may trigger a payout in a betting contract, or an extreme weather event may trigger a crop insurance contract. The off-chain Oracle data must be trustworthy, as it has significant financial consequences for these on-chain events. The problem is that smart contract developers need reliable real-world facts, but there are no standards-based Cardano oracles providing authentic information. The small group of Oracle services that do exist have developed their architectures in a software engineering and blockchain technology vacuum, rather than basing them on record-keeping first principles. Cardano founder Charles Hoskinson spoke recently about the problem of misinformation in the blockchain space and the danger of working with false inputs. He noted that if we're building a system where you are in control of your life, your money, your world, your dreams, you have to have the right inputs to make the right decisions. He adds that first principle approaches need to be applied here. ORCFAX provides a solution that validates information published to the Cardano blockchain. It is the trustworthy link between real-world facts and Cardano smart contracts. ORCFAX is an oracle based on recognized standards and academic research. ORCFAX will provide a standards-based specification and open source software that explicitly exposes and archives the flow of information from real-world data sources such as APIs, open data sets, reports, news feeds, etc., through an Oracle architecture stack and onto the Cardano blockchain. This Oracle data will allow Cardano smart contract developers to create new categories and markets of decentralized applications. We've been evaluating the Oracle ecosystem. There are a lot of apples to orange comparisons that can be made. What is noteworthy is that ORCFAX stands out for its implementation of standards and research-based record keeping throughout the information provenance pipeline, a fundamental requirement for the trustworthiness of blockchain records. In this startup phase, ORCFAX is a team of 3 software developers led by myself, Peter Van Garderen. I am a professional archivist. I hold a graduate degree in archival science and a distinguished alumnus designation from the University of British Columbia's Information School. Dating back to medieval times, the archival profession has maintained standards and practices for protecting and demonstrating the authenticity of documents. I'm a pioneer in developing free and open source software systems that implement these standards for trustworthy archival repositories. The Archivematica and access to memory solutions I created are the most widely deployed open source archive software solutions in the world. I am the founder of Artifactual Systems, which provides Archivematica and access to memory development and hosting services to hundreds of trusted memory institutions worldwide. I am a longtime decentralization advocate and researcher. I have spoken on applying archival principles to blockchain technology at the first Decentralized Web Summit hosted at the Internet Archive in 2016. In the past 12 months, I have led development teams that won several Filecoin Hackfest with projects that provided a Python interface for Filecoin, as well as archived open image datasets and Facebook exports onto the Filecoin network. I have been a Cardano enthusiast for a number of years and have been waiting for smart contract deployment to begin more serious research and development. Here are our major milestones. We have completed market research and product requirements analysis. As a result, we have identified a clear problem and a solution which we are uniquely qualified to deliver. We have pitched the project to Cardano's Project Catalyst Fund 6 in the developer ecosystem category. There is a more detailed breakdown of our milestones and budget on our Catalyst Idea Skill proposal. We have participated in the past few Catalyst town halls and have been networking with fellow proposers. We are now preparing to do more outreach and marketing. We hope that Project Catalyst will fund a 12-week R&D period for our 3 developers, which will result in the open Oracle specification and an open source software reference implementation. We hope we can count on your Project Catalyst vote to help us fund the critical first 3 months of this important project. This work alone will contribute to the Fund 6 return on intention for the developer ecosystem, which is to make it easier for developers to build on Cardano. Please give the detailed ORCFAX proposal a read on the Idea Skill website. There's a link from the roadmap section on our webpage. And please follow our Twitter feed to keep up to date on project status. Thank you.
Hello, my name is Nori Nishigaya, and I live in Victoria, BC, Canada. I want to talk to you today about a proposal I have in Fund 6 called the Salmon Nation Decentralized Alliance. Salmon Nation is a unique and beautiful bioregion that is home to millions of people. It stretches from Alaska all the way down the west coast of North America to about Northern California. From issues of indigenous sovereignty to re-envisioning democracy and governments, the challenges of climate change and sustainable resource extraction, there are many hard challenges that the bioregion faces that require new ways of thinking and collaboration. Cardano can bring solutions to help solve many of these issues with enough creativity and passion from the people on the ground. We hope to connect, motivate, and bring this community together to make that happen. We hope to get your vote for Fund 6 and help launch this organization. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Brunelio, a component of my Smart Wheel team and a co-founder of Golgi Stake Pool. I'm here to explain you our idea that we call my Smart Wheel. It is born in order to satisfy a simple human need. Think about it. We are made up of memories and thoughts, and then it is clear that we want to transfer them to the future generation. Moreover, when we die, it is necessary to transfer assets and properties to third parties. But there is a problem. In fact, today it needs a tool that collects and certify our wheels. This is why we want to implement My Smart Wheel. To explain our project, we have to talk about the two scenarios that we keep in mind. The first one is the pilot. The second one is the target. In Fund 6, we want to implement the first scenario. What about the pilot scenario? The pilot, or MVP, is a software that is integrated with Data Prism, and it could be an application for smartphones that allows you to upload and record a wheel and then transfer it when a determined event happens, like birthday or day of the year, like Christmas. All of the wheel that could be poem, picture, video, audio recording, an idea, a digital painting, is then transformed in an NFT. For what concerns instead the target scenario, that is our future object, it is more complex because it could allow you to transfer properties. We are talking about the last wheel. It is complex because My Smart Wheel should be integrated with oracles. The functionality of My Smart Wheel solutions are enabled by the Cardano ecosystem through key components: mobile application for user, Data Prism for digital identity, Bluetooth backend for smart contract and cloud services. Our target is different depending on the scenario. Clearly, in the pilot MVP scenario, the target is the retail, and we are thinking about the Cardano ecosystem as a tester. For what concerns instead the target scenario, the target could be the financial institution, insurance, bank, and professional categories like lawyers, notaries. What about instead the milestone plan of our project? We expect to release an alpha software in 3 months, and then it will be tested by the Golgi delegators. With the beta software, we extend the test session to Cardano community. The tester will be also rewarded. In 6 months, we expect to launch the pilot on the entire Cardano ecosystem and start with the advertising. We expect also to verify and measure the return on investment or intention directly on the Cardano ecosystem. The two areas of interest that we want to measure are the business and the technical one. With the business, we want to measure the value proposition and the customer experience. With the technical, instead, we want to measure the contingency and the sustainability in the end-to-end cycles. The team of My Smart Wheel is composed by Italian manager with many years of experience in management consulting, but we are looking for other technical components. So if you want to know more about My Smart Wheel, you can find all the information here. And if you want to support our team, write us at the Golgi's mail. Thank you really a lot for your attention. See you soon.
Hi, everybody. My name is Steve Lockhart. I've been a member of the Cardano community for a little over a year and became an active member of Project Catalyst during Fund 2. In Fund 3, Greg Bell from Australia and I submitted a proposal in the challenge setting for Fund 5. It was titled Grow Africa, Grow Cardano. we felt like this was kind of an obvious direction for the community to invest in, given the roadmap that Input Output had laid out to really grow in Africa. During the pause that happened while Fund 4 was going on, it occurred to me that Fund 6 would be the first opportunity to expand on this concept. And so in the Fund 6 proposals that are currently in process right now, I've submitted 3 proposals. Once again, the Grow Africa, Grow Cardano proposal, the Grow East Asia, Grow Cardano proposal, and the Grow Latin America Cardano proposal. Those, if funded, would provide these challenges to the community in Fund 7 to enable projects specifically focused on these regions of the world to have Cardano projects going. There's so many things that need to be done. And I think if you've been a member of the Cardano community for very long, you'll realize just how deep the rabbit hole is, and how long it takes certain information to kind of percolate down in your brain and realize the implications. Not just technologically, but also economically, obviously, but also on a community and social level. And these things require educators, and they require information. And so for, in these regions, the overwhelming majority of the information about the Cardano ecosystem is in English. So translation is an ongoing issue, for those people in these regions of the world who are already involved in the Cardano community. Unfortunately, most of the people from these regions of the world that are involved in Cardano, fortunately, they are English speakers as well. I mean, we're friends. I'm friends with a lot of people from Latin America, and a lot of Africans, and I've recently been getting acquainted with the East Asian through the Eastern Town Hall, those community members, and these are great people. But we need to support them, And I think that what I've always been attracted to with Catalyst is the fact that the protocol has got this mechanism, and I think it's a beautiful design where, a portion of every transaction on the Cardano blockchain goes to the community treasury, and we get to choose what to do with it. And we get to decide where we invest. And so I think it's really kind of like, in the long term, I'm hoping that this becomes more self-evident to the whole community, that certain areas and certain types of things within the ecosystem will need repeated funding, such as growing out these communities in these different regions of the world, constantly providing translations for new information that comes out, as well as the backlog of very technical and very important information that needs to be translated. And we can't expect people to do that for free. I mean, I doubt if very many people in the Cardano community earn their money from doing nothing. And you don't do things for no money, right? And we shouldn't expect people in Asia or Africa or Latin America to do this work of building up the ecosystem for nothing. I think that we should fund them. It's our investment in our collective future, as well as how it will affect our individual lives as the ecosystem grows out. I hope that you find the same logic in that I do. And I would ask for your support in creating the funding available in Fund 7 for these 3 regions of the world. I think it's the smart thing to do, and I think it's the thing that needs to be done when it comes to really making this the world's global operating system. Thank you very much.
Hello, my name is Cole Bartlett, and I came up with Sustainable ADA because 6 months ago, while finishing my degree in economics and sustainability, I found a strong connection with blockchain technology and how it can help achieve our sustainable development goals by 2030. A technology that can be used to solve problems we face across the globe today, along with its ability to create a more sustainable and equitable world for all. I felt this technology and its connection to sustainability was lacking and not clear to most people. There isn't a blockchain that's core values are focused on sustainability like Cardano. That's why we've created Sustainable ADA. Sustainable ADA is a place you can learn more about these connections and will act as a bridge for people all over the world to come join the Cardano community.
Hi everyone, I'm Razali, and some of you know me as Raz. Earlier this year, I joined Cole as co-founder of Sustainable ADA. At Sustainable ADA, we seek to fill the gap in stories told through human interest and sustainability lenses. Stories of how Cardano's technology is empowering people to build solutions that tackle climate, finance, and sustainability challenges. We want more people to learn about Cardano's blockchain technology and the people bringing it to life. Therefore, please support us at Sustainable ADA. Your voting power will help us to bring you stories told through a sustainability lens and more insights on which projects and stake pools within the ecosystem are and will lead the way to a more climate-friendly, equitable, and prosperous world for all.
Sustainable ADA connects you to the real-life examples of how Cardano is enabling cascading disruption by change agents, creating a better tomorrow today. Stories of empowering people taking action in life-changing ways. Actions that ripple in globe-shifting ways for a more sustainable, peaceful, and prosperous world for all. Connecting the dots between blockchain, Cardano, and Sustainable Development Goals, SDGs, and actions on the ground by showcasing case studies of positive progress and potentially valuable opportunities to be unlocked. Sustainable ADA is a space where you can learn more about the transformative potential and impact of Cardano, and collaborate with others to receive guidance, access to tools, and community support, while integrating solutions to challenges faced by you, your business, or your community. Clarifying and demystifying notions of blockchain and how it relates to sustainability and Sustainable Development Goals, SDGs. Providing resources for educators and activists to confidently introduce blockchain technology into people's lives, highlighting the sustainable advantages and positive impacts on communities and businesses. Bridging people into a world where they are welcomed on their lifelong learning journey and invited into the Cardano community. Ultimately enabling and empowering visitors to discover, acquire, and nurture an appreciation of what blockchain is, its limitations, and its possibilities. Sustainable ADA, the stepping stones to a sustainable and equitable world for all. Sustainable ADA, global sustainable stories and use cases. Project Catalyst proposal number 1. Our problem statement. There should be more of a spotlight on Cardano's projects implemented in Africa, their stories and challenges and solutions across the continent. Sustainable ADA's solution will be sharing stories from change agents in Africa and the diaspora, engaging with Cardano and cascading disruption, creating a better tomorrow today. If we get funded, we'll produce articles and more content on the website, shared across social media platforms that connects Cardano with sustainability, UN Sustainable Development Goals, donut economics, circular economy, and the sustainability and climate change focused projects in Catalyst. Sustainable ADA, global mission-driven newsroom. Project Catalyst proposal number 2. Our problem statement. There isn't enough participation and story sharing about stake pool operators in the Cardano ecosystem in different languages globally found in one place. Our solution? Sharing stories, facilitating and increasing meaningful participation from mission-driven stake pool operators and stakeholders globally within Cardano. If we get funded, Sustainable ADA will contact 193 countries focusing on all the language groups within Cardano, and aiming to get a story written by a writer, at least one person representing each country in the world, and talking about their connection with Cardano, blockchain, and sustainability. Sustainable ADA, the stepping stones to a sustainable and equitable world for all.
Hello, Cardano community. We are the SPOs of Fika, Nani, and Gingerpool. We are proud to tell you about our Project Catalyst funded project. The Great Filter. Project Catalyst, Cardano's governance project, is burdened with tremendous success. Over 800 proposals were submitted in Fund 6 alone. It is becoming increasingly difficult for you, the voter, to keep up with all the submitted proposals.
We use transparent and objective filtering criteria to ensure proposals account for all relevant information such as target demographics, performance metrics, or an action plan. We are relaying only the acceptable proposals, which will help you to stay up to date with Project Catalyst proposals. The filter protocol is open source, welcoming the community to submit their own changes to the filter criteria.
We will create YouTube and podcast content to present to you the submitted proposals in an easily digestible manner. So by following our content, you will be able to save valuable time by only being presented with the most matured proposals. This will help empower the entire Cardano community in taking part in shaping the future of our network. Let's build the world's largest decentralized governance body. And let's build it together. We need you.